Hi, my name is Shanna Brady, co-owner along with my husband, and bona fide treasure hunter for the Alchemist Collection. That's my Etsy store, by the way. This is my very first episode of So You Think You Want to Be a Picker? A lot of people, friends, family, coworkers at work, my real job, I'm a business teacher, and it's the holidays right now, so I have time to do all this kind of fun stuff. But anyway, back to why I'm here, is a lot of people think that this is easy. They think, oh, you pick that and you resell it and you make money, and I'm here to tell you it's a lot of work. Everybody loves to watch American Pickers. Everybody likes to watch Storage Wars. They think it's cool. They think they can do it. But let me tell you guys, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of freaking work. So I just want to take you through like a day in the life of the administrative duties of a picker. You get to see the fun stuff all the time on TV, like basically the picking and the digging and the looking and the searching, which is way glamified because it takes so much more time than what you see on TV. And sometimes it's just, you don't get anything and it's boring and you get dirty. But anyway, that's for another day. Today, we're gonna look at everything that happens after you pick. All right, so when I go to the thrift store, I will usually spend a minimum of 2 hours in there. And I will walk around and I will look at everything. I will turn it over. I will get my phone out, look and see if it has any markings on it. Then I will go to eBay, find out how much it's selling for, not how much people are listing it for, how much it's selling for in the filter section. And if I find that it's an item that consistently sells for double or more than I'm gonna pay for it, then I will more than likely purchase it. All that being said, let's go ahead and check out the items. Why do I have them on the table? Like, there's a lot of items on the table. So let's start with step one. As a teacher, starting with step one is usually the best case. Step one, unpack all items and fold paper nice and neat so you can save it. Store boxes. Geez Louise. I'm probably going to break these down and save them because square boxes take up a lot of space. So why am I saving all this stuff? Does anybody have any guesses? Answer, because packing material is ridiculously expensive. And when you ship out and wrap as much stuff as I do, because most of it's breakable, I don't want stuff to cut into my bottom line. I want that money, honey. So to get the most profit, I want to spend the least amount of money on my overhead, so I save every single thing I can in order to not spend money on packing materials. Yay! Step two, inventory. So with every business, when you get merchandise in, there's a process called receiving. Receiving is pulling in the stuff or merchandise that you have ordered and entering it into some kind of software or spreadsheet for tax purposes. So I have all my items here on the table. So I'm going to write their description, measure them because I have to write the product description. I left all of the prices written on them so I can remember how much I paid for them. And I'm going to enter them into this lovely spreadsheet here. So without further ado, I'm gonna go do all the boring stuff and then I'll be back. One more quick note before I go do boring stuff is, dang it, I just forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, duh. So I like to write all my product descriptions in detail into the spreadsheet. That way, all I have to do when I go to post on Etsy or eBay or whatever selling platform that I have decided to choose, because I usually post stuff on more than one site for more, exposure. All I have to do is copy and paste. That way, I only have to write it once. Time is money. Work smart, not hard. So, Shanna Brady, picker hack number uno. write your detailed description once in your spreadsheet so you don't have to do it over and over and over and over and over again. So now after seeing the dreaded spreadsheet, I'm sure you were probably thinking, oh my God, I didn't even think about having to do that. If you're being serious about it and you're gonna sell as much as I do, then yeah, you have to have a spreadsheet, and it like takes forever to keep it up. Seriously, like it's gonna take me probably a good 2 hours to enter all this stuff in correctly with the good product description. So this is my super awesome spreadsheet. I'm still pretty new at my business. We just opened at the beginning of the summer, and then I went back to teaching, and you know, things kind of slowed down, but now that it's Christmas break, I'm getting a lot of stuff done, and I will be getting a more updated system to manage my inventory and things like that. But for now, I just use a spreadsheet so you can see my inventory ID. So for all of my stuff that I buy, I inventory it and I give it an ID. Then I name it. I usually, if you look up here, I name it like from where I got it. Like you can see the DAV is pretty much everything I'm about to put in. That's a thrift store in my area. Different estate sales, auctions. This is basically where I have everything, and then I have it broken down by month. I have what I paid for it, how many I got, my estimated retail value, where I'm listing it for sale, how much I sold it for, and then you know, what my profit is at the end. So we went over step 1, which was unpacking everything and saving your stuff. Then now let's review step 2, receiving and putting all your stuff in inventory. So now here's the surprise. Now we get to find out what's the WD-40 for, because I know that's what all of you guys were thinking. I mean, you've been thinking about this whole time. Why does she have WD-40? You're gonna find out. Okay, so if you look at this glass, I'm just picking up the first glass here. If most thrift stores use some version of this, because let me tell you, this white stuff for a long time was my nemesis. It was my nemesis. I could not get it off to save my life. Oh my gosh. And finally, this weekend, literally just this weekend, I asked them, how do you get this stuff off? I can't get it off. And guess what they told me? They said WD-40. And I was so happy because I have tons of WD-40 at my house. So let me show you how to get off that dreaded thrift store crayon with WD-40. Okay, so if you can do this outside, do it outside. But today it's like super raining. It's like what my mom would call a turd floater. If you don't know what a turd floater is, it's when it rains so hard, all the turds from the animals come up and then they float away. So I'm not going outside because it's a turd floater out there. So instead I'm doing it inside, and it's gonna stink up my house, but I don't know, it's part of the job, first world problems, right? Okay, so I have a paper towel here. I'm gonna get my WD-40. WD-40. I'm gonna open up the little straw thing, and I'm gonna spray it on this paper towel. Just a little bit. Little bit goes a long way. Do not get this stuff in your eye, guys. Don't do it. Ugh. All right, that should be sufficient. So then I'm gonna go get one of my glasses. Glass, I don't know if you can see that. And watch this, it's like magic. Look, it's gone. I mean, gone. So let me show you what this looks like if you don't use WD-40. So I'll just use like water, and you can see how hard it is to get off. All right, so this is a different paper towel. It just has water on it. Again, you see the price. Look at that. It doesn't come off. And it doesn't come off with soap either. So, unless you want to scrape, it doesn't even come off when you scrape it. This is not saving time right here, y'all. So, not Mrs. Brady, because I'm not talking to my students. Shanna's picker hack number 2 is WD-40 to get off thrift store marker, or not marker, but crayon, whatever it is. Whew, man, that was a lot of mild wiping, but I did work up a little bit of sweat because, man, the heater's on in here. Whew. And I'm a little dizzy because that WD-40 is so strong. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, so like I said before, do it outside if you can. So now what? So I have done my inventory and I've cleaned off all of the prices. So now I have to wash dishes. Oh my gosh. You think that dishes are just for washing at home for your regular stuff? No, presentation is everything. So we can't have dingy, yucky glasses. I mean, nobody will buy that, right? So before I can set up to start taking pictures of all the items, I have to wash them. So I have a whole entire dishwasher load of dishes to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, wash my dishes. That's gonna take like an hour because I'm gonna do a quick cycle. While I do that, I'm gonna do some more inventory stuff and I'll be back. I was wrong. It's not gonna be one load of dishes. It's gonna be 2 loads of dishes, which means at least 2 hours. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours. My dishes have been cleaned. I've taken them out, I've dried them off, and I have put them down here. Can you see? Wait, where's the box? In a box right there. And I'm about to start taking pictures of them. If you look behind me, you will see I have set up a white box and I have a light. I like to use this to take pictures of my smaller items. I tell my students in my business class, presentation is everything. So I try to look as professional as possible on a budget. My white box is basically something I made myself. You can get them on Amazon. I just used some free Priority Mail boxes, taped them together, covered them with white poster board, and then used a larger piece of poster board to come down underneath. Now, eventually, someday, I might, upgrade or, buy something more professional, but for now, this is working for me. I'll go ahead and do a little walk around so you can see what it looks like in case you want to make your own. You can see that it really is just 3 priority boxes and a large piece of poster board in the middle clipped on with a pin. I put the boxes together, all 3 of the same size, and then duct tape them all the way around. And then I used packing tape and cut poster board to go around the edges. And then I can easily take this apart and fold it up and put it away somewhere where it's not in the way whenever I have company. Then of course, here's my fancy lighting. It's literally just this cool old 1920s lamp, and I kind of just move it around to wherever I need it. Sometimes I may take the light bulb off if I need something a little bit brighter. Hey there. Okay, so I just showed you my light box. Sometimes items that I have do not fit in it. If that's the case, or if it's a picture or something, then I like to stage the items and make them look as close to how they would look as if they were in somebody's home. Some people have a hard time visualizing what items look like in their house. So I like to do that for them. It helps sell the item because then the person sees it and is like, oh my God, I have a shelf just like that. That would look great in my house. Whereas if you didn't do that, then, they may not buy the item. Sometimes I'll take pictures of with the white box so you can get a lot of the good details. But then I'll also add a picture in the post when I'm selling it of the item, like on a bookshelf or something, so they can get an idea of, what it might look like for them. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get one set of my glasses out and I'm gonna take pictures of it from every angle. If there's any discrepancies, I'm gonna take pictures of the discrepancies as well. One thing buyers don't like is if they get an item and there's something that is on the item or about the item that wasn't in your description, they do not like that. So without further ado, let me get some pictures taken. Okay, so I was gonna take a video of me taking pictures of some of my items, but then I realized I couldn't do that because I need my phone to take the pictures, because I do not have a professional camera to take the pictures with. That is on my someday list. I would love to have one, but not yet. So what I'll do is I will set up the items the way that I want the picture to be taken, and I will just kind of explain why I'm setting it up each way, and then I'll take the picture of it and show you at the end of the video the pictures that I took. All right, so what I did is I set up the glasses. I want the picture. It's gonna look something like that. I think it looks pretty nice. It's got some depth in it. It looks really professional. The next thing I'll do is I'll be taking a picture of them from up above so the person can see inside the glasses. I will then come up really close to the glasses and take a picture like that so that the viewer can see the frosted paint on the glass. I will also take a picture of the bottom of the glass down here where it has the name of the maker. This one says made, hold on, blah, 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 made exclusively for Teleflora in France in 1983. That's the year after I was born. So these glasses are 35 years old. All right, so then what I would do is I would take a picture of the bottom of the glasses and kind of lay them down in a way that I feel like is attractive and take a picture like that. And then I would look over the glasses. Maybe I'd probably take a picture of that seam there. And if there's any disfigurements, scratches, chips, anything like that, I would take a picture of that. And then I'm probably also gonna take a picture of them on a serving tray of some kind to just kind of stage them and make them look really nice and pretty. Alrighty, so we're coming to the conclusion of the video, what it takes to be a picker, and let's just kind of recap everything we've gone over. I think if you've been watching for the entire video, you can tell that I've been at it all day and I'm pretty tired now. See, my hair's up in a ponytail because I got hot. But so the first thing I did was I unpacked everything and then I laid out and put away all the packing materials that I collected from my purchase. The second thing I did was the receiving and inventory process, where I opened up my spreadsheet and I put all of the information into my spreadsheet, the accounting stuff, you know, my least favorite part. And then the third thing I did was play with my friend WD-40 and take off any tags, stickers, or markings that the place that I bought the items from left on the merchandise. After that, we had to clean everything up. So I had glassware today, so it went in the dishwasher and I had 2 loads, so that took quite a bit of time. Then after that, I had to set up for the pictures by getting my lighting and my box set up, and then I had to take the pictures, lots and lots of pictures from any angles. I haven't edited them yet, but as soon as I'm done with this video, I will be editing the pictures and then making all the posts. You saw there are a lot of items. That's a lot of posts. Luckily, since in my spreadsheet, I wrote the descriptions, all I have to do is copy and paste in any of the platforms that I want to sell on. And then once I'm done with that, I have to sort of promote. So, you know, things don't sell itself. Marketing is hugely important in any business you're in, which is one of the reasons I'm making this video, social media marketing. So I have to cover all platforms. This is my first time on YouTube. So I'm hoping that you liked my video and you'll watch the other videos that I post later. And I really enjoyed making it, and I hope that you liked it as much as I had fun making it. And I would love to see you guys back here. If you did like it, share it with your friends, follow me, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna try and put out at least 1 video a month. I know that's not a lot for YouTube, but I am also a high school business teacher and I teach 3 different classes. So, you know, making videos and editing them and posting them is something that, you know, I don't get as much time as I'd like to do, but you know, in the times that I'm off, like spring break in the summer, you'll definitely be hearing more from me about that. And maybe my husband will make an appearance too, who knows. But thank you so much. Again, my name is Shanna Brady. My store is The Alchemist Collection, and you can visit that store or ask any questions by checking out my profile for a link to my Etsy page, my eBay, and also my email address. Have a great night and a Happy New Year.